introduction. We have the idea, objectives, and actions of the projects. We also have the target population. We have the implementation and budget. And then lastly, project impact and summary. Now, before the introduction, I would want us to spend about 10 seconds looking at the picture on the screen. And I'm sure many people would actually tell, or everyone can tell, that the lady or the person in the picture looks tired, drained. Of course, there is a battery that shows that the person here looks very tired, probably as a result of stress or work overload. That is what our project is going to be centered on. So this project is going to focus on teachers, mental health, well-being of teachers. And just to go through the introduction, mental health is a state of mental well-being that enables people to cope with the stresses of life, realize their abilities, learn well, work well, and contribute to their community. And this is by the World Health Organization. So, according to a mental health charity called Mind, 25% of adults experience a mental health problem, but unfortunately, around two-thirds never seek help. That's according to the World Health Organization. And this is due to reasons such as stigma and myth surrounding mental health. Now, the teaching profession can be very stressful, and this stress, if not managed, can result in mental health problems such as anxiety and depression. And that brings us to our project, or the main goal of this project. Now, we are going to have the project idea, which is to provide stigma-free mental health support and education for school staff. So when we talk of school staff, we are looking at head teachers especially and teachers. So we are going to deal mainly with head teachers and teachers, and this project is going to explain further why the target population. Now to our objectives. Now these objectives were or these objectives came up using the SMART tool, which is the objectives here are specific, they are measurable, they are achievable, they are relevant, and also time bound. So the first objective, we have increased knowledge and awareness on mental health among teachers. That's one objective of this project. The second is to provide teachers with therapeutic outlets to deal with mental health issues. Now, when we talk about therapeutic outlets, we are looking at activities or resources that provides emotional release, stress relief, and mental well-being. So this can be in the form of dance, art, music, meditation, exercise, deep breath, journaling, etc. The third objective, we look at providing training for head teachers and teachers on how to handle mental health issues at work. Now, when we talk about how head teachers are going to handle mental health, we are looking at encouraging them to also encourage open communication at work and also help to reduce stigma concerning mental health issues. And with teachers, we are going to encourage them to seek support and also encourage open communication. The last objective here is to assess the effectiveness of mental health workshop among teachers in a period of 12 months. So this project is going to also hold mental health workshop, which is going to be the main activity behind the project among teachers in a period of 12 months, and this objective will also be discussed further in the course of the presentation. So on to actions. We have a number of actions that we are going to take to make this project a success, and the first action we have is initial assessment. So when we talk of initial assessment, we are looking at pre-assessments, and also using baseline measurements, using standardized tools to check for mental health disorders like anxiety or depression. And we're also going to test the understanding of mental health amongst school staff. And then we also will do post assessments, which will collect evaluation of feedback, and then also a follow up assessment, which is going to take between 1 to 3 months after every school visit. The next action will be mental health workshops. Like I mentioned, we are going to conduct workshops in a workshop each in every school that we visit, and the workshop is going to define mental health, is going to discuss common mental health conditions, is going to debunk myth, is going to encourage self-care among staff, is going to teach stress management techniques, and then also inform school staff about online support platforms in cases of um, mental health issues. Then we have the thematic arts exercises. Now, this particular action is going to um, basically allow school staff or participants to be able to give a representation of their current emotional states. They are going to do some breathing exercises, I mean, a lot of activities that are really going to help them release emotional stress. And then we have awareness creation. Of course, we are going to collaborate with community members and, of course, the school staff to create awareness on mental health, to accept it and talk more about it, especially in schools. And then partnerships and collaborations. In this, we are going to work with diverse stakeholders to achieve goals. And then we are also going to consider alignment of stakeholders with objectives of the project, and then the impact of the project. Now, how are we going to implement this project? The first is by putting out or advertising voluntary sports using social media such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to call for support, voluntary supports, people who will be willing to go on the field to visit schools and help out with mental health workshops for school staff. Also, we are going to have a collaborative partnership that's contact mental health organizations and mental health experts for a collaboration to make the project a success. And then assessment and evaluation, which will be conducted by a mental health expert. Also mental health workshops which will be held or which will be organized for school staff in 12 private schools within a year. So that means we are going to visit one school every month for 12 months. That's a year. And then we have our budget here. We are going to use 2 mental health experts. We were going to need a program coordinator, and then with outreach, production of questionnaires for school staff, flyers, brochures that are mental health related, of course, digital content to help with awareness creation and help with education. And then logistics, we are going to look forward to support for transportation, especially for volunteers, and then other supplies that may come up, and also miscellaneous. Now, our community is OEB, and the OEB is located in the Ponkatamansu district. It has about 15 to 20 private schools, and it shares borders with Sasabi and Amrahia. It's located on the Dodowa Road. Not very big, but it's a developing town. Now, when we look at the demographics of our target audience, which is school staff, we are looking at both gender, male and female, ethnicity, diverse. Then role, we are looking at head teachers and teachers, as mentioned earlier. And size, we estimate 15 teachers each in targeted private schools. Now, timeline, each school visit is going to be once a month, but then we are going to do two visits. So the first visit is going to be for mental health workshop, and then the next visit that will be 2 weeks after the workshop is going to be for evaluation. Now we are going to evaluate the impact of the talk or the workshop that was organized 2 weeks earlier, and then we take it from there. We are going to come back for a follow up 1 to 3 months later. Now, we're also going to visit 12 schools in a period of 1 year, like I mentioned. So that means one school every month. We want to also look at the impacts. Now, what impact is this project going to have on the target audience, on the target population? About 180 teachers in private schools located in OEB will have enhanced knowledge and awareness of mental health, especially in schools. And then head teachers and teachers will have access to available resources such as counseling services and therapy, resulting in lower rates of stress, depression, and anxiety. Head teachers will learn the need to ensure positive mental health and well-being among teachers and students, and encourage them to seek help when the need arises. Now, this project will equip teachers with basic interventions and coping mechanisms to manage stress at work. And of course, if they're able to do that, it's going to improve greatly on their output and input at work. Students will also be aware of mental health and talk about it in school. Now, let's take a good look at this picture here on the screen. On your left side, you can find colorful papers or colorful crumpled papers, and on the right you're going to see, or you can see, black papers or black crumpled papers. Now, what does this portray, or what does this tell us? This is telling us that this project looks to achieve the very picture on the left for every school staff, head teachers and teachers. If every school staff should have this mind on the left with colorful crumpled papers, it means that the person has mental well-being, the person is at ease, at rest, and the person can function very well. The person is able to manage stressful work, or the person is able to manage mental health disorders like stress, depression. We do not want that of the one with black crumpled paper for school staff or for teachers. Now we are drawing the curtains down. We want to look at the summary of this project. Now, mental health. So this project is going to educate teachers on the need to take care of their mental health. And then the workload on teachers can be daunting and can affect one's mental health in diverse ways. So this project is a critical response to the needs of teachers to improve on their mental well-being. It's going to allow teachers to recognize signs of common mental health issues like anxiety, stress, and depression, and also how to manage these common mental health issues. And of course, it's going to positively influence work input and output. Thank you very much for the opportunity to present. I'm open for questions now. And like the picture you see on the screen, take care of your mental health. And this is for teachers out there. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bernice. Um, thank you for letting me know your target group. You said OEB.
Yes, please.
Um,
On the
is
Dodowa Road.
OEB, it's on the Dodowa Road.
Yes, please.
So, are you a teacher yourself?
Yes, I was teaching in a school, but now I do online teaching. So yes, I'm still a teacher. But I don't teach in a physical school, I teach online.
How do you teach online?
So I work with an online school, a primary and secondary school English teacher. So it's just so my students are foreigners, they are international students, so our lessons are online.
So is the school in Ghana or it's in a
No,
different country?
it's in the United Kingdom.
Oh, okay. And they have like a station in Ghana, or how did you apply
No,
for that?
not yet. They are planning on opening an office, but actually I think there are about 12 Ghanaian teachers currently working with them. Most of them part-time. I think I'm the only teacher doing full-time with the company. They are
Oh,
looking at
okay.
opening an office or a branch here in Ghana to be able to allow teachers in the United Kingdom also teach students in Ghana, like we are teaching students over there.
That's
More
good.
like an exchange of culture.
Yes. What course do you teach?
So for primary education, I take math, science, English, and then for secondary, I do English and social studies.
So are you teaching Ghanaian kids or you're teaching
No,
uh,
they are all students from Romania,
mm,
Bulgaria, and then United Kingdom.
and they live in the United Kingdom?
Yes, most of them. Some are in Romania, so my times usually change because they all have different time zones.
Yeah. So then that means you'll be working well, UK and Ghana, their time difference is like 1 hour, right?
No, yes, yes,
So it's not too bad. Okay.
yeah. I think Romania is 3 hours difference.
Oh, do you do one-on-one? It's not a whole class, it's one-on-one?
For secondary school, I do group, but for primary education, it's one-on-one because some of my students have special needs, so I do one-on-one.
Oh, okay. You teach special needs children too.
Yes, yes.
How do they stay on the computer? It was very hard for them
Well,
during COVID.
yeah,
So,
yes. I think for my students, their parents help a lot because it makes it easier for me, especially if they are really young.
mhm,
Yes, so mothers have to sit through the lesson and just help out with how to navigate the whole app, and then if you have to do something, they're always there to assist.
interesting. What's the name of the company?
It's so there are two online schools. We have the My Steady Corner Limited. That's the first online school we started with, and currently we have Britannia International Academy. So that's the school for secondary school, secondary students. Yes. So Britannia International Academy, and then My Steady Corner Limited.
Interesting. I've never heard of them before.
Yeah, it's something. It's a new school, online school. They started, I think, 2 years barely. Yes.
Is it so
So it's
Britannia International Academy?
academy. Yes.
And the other one is what?
My Steady Corner Limited.
Interesting. My Steady Corner Limited. Okay. That's interesting to know. I've never heard of them. Um, and they're all managed by UK companies.
It's an individual owned online school. She's now looking,
Oh,
yeah, but it's registered in the UK and I think in Romania because she's from Romania, but then she's based in the UK. She works in the UK. So I think the first place that the school was registered was in the UK. I don't know if she has
mm,
finalized that of Romania.
oh, okay. So, how did you find out about them?
Actually, was a friend of mine is the branch manager here in Ghana, so he supervises teachers here in Ghana. We met through a mental health workshop, a camp, so that's he
Oh,
just
okay.
introduced me to it.
You went to a mental health camp in Ghana.
Yes, please. I am with an NGO, Ghana Youth for Mental Health.
Okay, okay.
Yes, as a volunteer.
What do you do there?
It's a youth led organization. We basically create awareness on mental health. We hold talks sometimes on Instagram or in person. So we more like do individual projects as well on in our community or as a group. We visit churches, schools, groups, students. We just try to create awareness on mental health and educate the youth on mental health. They need to speak up, need to seek help.
Good to know